Hello, Aries, and welcome to this, your August 2024 reading and predictions. We are going to dive right in, but first, I have a question. How are you doing? I mean, let's face it, July has been utterly crazy for most of the zodiac signs, for most of the people on this planet. There is so much going on around the world right now. So I would love to hear how you're feeling. Please drop a comment down below. Let's dive right into your reading, Aries. Are we going here? I'm getting called here. Yeah, we're going to go here. All right, Aries, let's first take a look at where you are at now here at the end of July as I'm pulling these cards. We are also going to look at what you are focusing on for the month of August. We are going to look at what else? The unexpected. We're going to look at what you don't see coming, the unexpected. We're going to look at challenges, messages from the universe. Okay, that was neat. I was about to put this away and this card fell off in my hand, so I will grab it out as well. Where you are at now. We have the Three of Pentacles coming in for you as your very first card, Aries. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a card of find what you are passionate about and follow your passions. Given the utter insanity and uncertainty that is currently happening around the world right now, a lot of us are in that place of saying, you know what? I really don't feel like I'm in a place to continue to do something that I don't love. And so this card is kind of that calling towards um, really digging deep and digging down into what you are curious about, what makes your heart sing. Um, I'm not sure who said it. I can't remember who said it. One of the famous people out there whom we quote often said something about find find what you are passionate about, and you will never work another day in your life. And that's really what this card is saying to you right now, Aries. That's the general gist of the Three of Pentacles. Because when you are doing what you love every day, it's not work anymore. For example, I absolutely love doing readings. I love getting into the zone, beginning to channel and doing counseling and psychic readings and channeling. It makes my heart sing. It's like I'm not even working. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am a psychic, I'm a tarot reader, but I am also a certified counselor and a certified hypnotherapist with more than 20 years experience. And I love what I do. So, Aries, where you are at now, here at the end of July, get into that zone of discovering what you are passionate about and find a way to monetize it. We have the High Priestess coming in next for you, Aries. What is the High Priestess about? High Priestess is all about intuition. It's all about tapping into our inner self, channeling whatever it is that is not necessarily on our conscious mind. It's about pulling out of ourselves that which has been buried. And so, if you want to be able to truly tap into the energy and power of this Three of Pentacles, finding what you're passionate about, the best way to do that is through the High Priestess, through your intuition, through the power of meditation and channeling, going for those long walks alone without the headphones, without the speakers, without the screens, cameras, nothing. Just go out. If you are having trouble meditating, Aries, and you're having trouble getting in touch with your intuition, get off the screens. Turn off the music. A lot of people say, oh, well, I'm just going to listen to something in the background. That too is a distraction. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, Aries. I do apologize, but everything is energy. Everything is vibration. We know that. And when we need to get in touch with our own energy and our own vibration, if we are listening to music that someone else has produced, they have written and they have produced and they have recorded it, and then that is coming through a device that is coming through the airwaves, that is coming through another vibration, are you really in touch with your own vibration, with your own subconscious or unconscious? No, you are not. The best way is to completely isolate temporarily. I can hear some of you, I can hear your conscious mind screaming at me right now. Oh my God, I can't go without, I can't turn off my mind. Meditation is not about turning off your mind. Meditation is about having the ability to turn off all the other distractions and listen to that still, small, quiet voice within yourself. And when you do that, you have the ability to really, really figure out what makes you tick, what makes you happy, Aries, and how can you turn that into doing something for the rest of your life. Let's move on. We're going to look at what you are focusing on. What are you focusing on for the month of August? Anything else? Yep, there's another one. Anything else? All right, perfect. We have 3 cards. Let's pick them up and get them turned over from all over the place. Okay. Amazing. This is perfect. I love it. Okay, Aries, the very first card that you have and what you are focusing on is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about making a decision, a financial decision, making a choice about career and money. Now, I feel like for most of you, this is about making a choice about your career. Where are you going next? What are you passionate about? What passions are you going to follow and monetize? Are you going to, for example, continue with your existing matrix job until you get your new passion off the ground? That can be one of the choices and decisions you need to make. Do you quit your job and go full time, or do you try and find a balance for a period of time? This is what you are focusing on doing in the month of August. You are also focusing on this 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is a card of burdens. It is the card of letting go of that which is burdening you. Look at the character on the card. The character on the card is attempting to carry a bunch of broomsticks because broomsticks are part of this particular deck, but in the traditional tarot, it is wands that he is carrying up the hill. But this card is about lightening our load, getting rid of some of the burdens. And it is also about questioning, Aries. Are the burdens that you are currently bearing yours or someone else's? This is a really, really important lesson and an important distinction. And I want to go back over here to this high priestess for you, Aries, because one of the best ways to determine whether us feeling like we are burdened, us feeling like we are overwhelmed, we are way too tired, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to do all of this? The best way to determine how we can resolve this burden and whether the burden's even ours is through meditation, spending time on our own and listening for that still small voice. Okay, that's what you're focusing on. And finally, what you are focusing on is the moon. What does the moon represent in the tarot? The moon card has 2 meanings for you, Aries. The first meaning is pay attention to your dreams. It's really, really important at this time that you pay attention to what messages are coming into you just before you fall asleep and just as you're waking up in the morning. That is actually the two times of the day that we are most receptive to messages coming in that are being channeled in by whatever you want to call it, whether you want to call it angels, spirit guides, animal spirits, creator, the universe, if you choose to call the energy that's out there God, whatever your choice is, whatever your verbiage is, it's irrelevant. The best time of day for you to be able to obtain messages is as you're falling asleep and just as you wake up in the morning, especially if you have the ability to be able to wake up, Aries, without an alarm clock. How can we escape the matrix and no longer wake up with an alarm clock? Well, we can find our passion, find what we're passionate about. Now, that doesn't mean that people who are self employed are not having to get out of bed early in the morning, but most people who are self employed get out of bed naturally early in the morning because they look forward to their day. It's not a struggle. And when you wake up naturally, you have the ability to tap in deeply to your dreams, Aries. Wow. This reading is super, super powerful. There's a lot in this reading for you. Yeah. As I mentioned, the moon has a second meaning for you as well, Aries, and that is we've just come through July. July was pretty crazy for many of us. The moon reminds us of phases and cycles. The moon brings to the earth many phases and cycles. The moon, every single month, has a full portion and a new portion, a light portion and a dark portion. The moon also has her eclipse phase. The moon also affects our tides, which means that the moon affects us because we're mostly water, and so on. So, this card is asking you to focus phases and cycles that are happening in your life. Beautiful. All right, let's dive into your difficult influences and challenges. Okay, one of those cards, it didn't flip all the way out, but it did flip over. So I will grab it out of the deck in just a moment. Okay, where did it go? See, you can see it's reversed. So we're going to grab that card out. King of Pentacles is coming out for you in your difficult influences. You have the moon again. You have Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, let's get started. This is absolutely a money and career reading for you, Aries. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. You now have the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles as well in your reading. So, absolutely, this is a very earthly feeling to this. This is very earth based, reality based for you. In your difficult influences, you have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the richest king in the deck. And the King of Pentacles coming up in your difficult influences, Aries, is an indication that you are not accepting the abundance into your life. You're rejecting it. You're saying, no, I don't deserve it. You're shying away from it. You're shying away from actually following your passion. Following your passion is scary for so many of us. It's very rewarding in the end once you actually take that leap of faith. But the outset, it's scary. And there's a lot of, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm scared that there's not enough abundance. And I'm scared and so on and so forth. That's what this card is representing in your difficult influences. So be on the lookout for that as you move through August and push through it. How do you push through it? Well, you let go of burdens that society has put on you, saying, nah, you don't want to be self employed. Go get a job and get a regular paycheck. That's a burden. Just suggesting that's one of the burdens that you may be carrying. All right, you have the moon a second time in your reading. You have the moon in what you are focusing on, but now you have the moon in your difficult influences and challenges as well. What does this mean to me? This is telling me that you are focusing on these cycles and phases, and you are focusing on trying to pay attention to your dreams. And yet you're kind of struggling against that a little bit. Okay. It's just a challenge for you in the month of August. Now, here's the thing. You now have three cards in three different portions of your reading, Aries, that are all major arcana, which means that they're kind of loud and boisterous and their message is kind of a little bit more important. Or, if you're looking at a hierarchy, the messages of the major arcana are higher in the hierarchy than the minor arcana. And you have three major arcana cards in three different sections of your reading, all saying, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to that still small voice within. Really, really important. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles is the card of planting seeds. So I like the way that the pentacles roll out in the 7, 8, and 9 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is about planting seeds, Aries. The 8 of Pentacles is about tending those seeds. The 9 of Pentacles is about those seeds coming to fruition and you being able to actually pick and reap the rewards of those seeds that you planted with the 7 of Pentacles. Having the Seven of Pentacles in your difficult influences is exactly what I said. With this King of Pentacles, there is a fear of planting new seeds at this time in August. You're like, yeah, do I really want to do this? Pay attention to that. Because if that's coming up for you, how best do we overcome fear? We go within. We listen to that still small voice who, if we are on the right path, if we have chosen what we are passionate about and we are prepared to follow that, and that is the right path for us, that still small voice is going to encourage you and it's going to waylay your fears. And then you will have the opportunity to move forward with this Seven of Pentacles and plant seeds. And finally, you have Temperance in your difficult influences. What is the Temperance card about? Temperance card is about balance. It's about finding that balance between fear of self-employment and starting out on my own and what am I going to do versus fear of what happens if I stay doing this whatever that I really dislike. What effects are that going? This just came up for me, Aries, that one of the things that you need to question as you are looking at what am I passionate about? What do I want to continue to do on this earthly plane moving forward? As you are questioning that, the other side of that question is if I don't go after my passions, if I don't follow my heart, my soul, what I'm being guided to do, if I don't do that, what are the consequences to my physical health, to my emotional health, to my psychological health? Is there a balance that I can find, i.e., staying one foot in the matrix and pulling one foot out of the matrix and being able to both have a job with a paycheck while I build my self employment, for example? Is that possible? Is that going to be balanced? Or am I going to feel pulled too far in one direction or the other? Okay. This is what's coming up for you for the month of August. This is big. Let's take a look at messages the universe wants you to hear at this time. Okay. So the first message we have from the universe for you is death is an illusion. Yeah. Death is an illusion. We have like attracts like. Like attracts like. What does this mean? in the context of what we've been talking about in your reading here, Aries, if you dislike something that's going on in your life, but you continue to do it, you will attract more of that into your life. If you have someone in your life who is negative, 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 a negative Nelly, they will bring you down to that place where you become negative about a lot in your life. If you have someone in your life who is super positive, who is enthusiastic, who is uplifting and encouraging, then you will become a more enthusiastic and encouraging person to the other people around you in your life. Like attracts like. Surround yourself with people who are going to support you and not those who are going to drag you down, Aries. And make each day count. Yes. Why is this important? If you are at that tipping point of looking at what am I passionate about? I want to follow my heart's calling. I'm looking at making changes. The only way that you can do that is if you're making every day count, right? If your choice, and I'm not saying that this is going to be right for all of the Aries, but if your decision is to, for example, stay in a traditional job where you get a paycheck and you get up every morning and you go to your job and then you come home, but your ultimate goal is to follow your passions, to get something new off the ground, to give up some burdens, to ultimately become the King of Pentacles and become the richest, most abundant king in the deck. If your idea is to get out there and plant some seeds and start something new, Aries, you have to make each day count. You cannot be complacent. Let's take a look at what is coming up for you in unexpected. I think we're going to be using this for your final general overall outcome. I just saw that as well. All right. Unexpected. Unexpected for Aries. Ooh, that card might push you a little bit closer to making the decision that you're concentrating on with the Two of Pentacles that came in your reading. But I'll get to that in just a moment. Okay. The card that I'm talking about that is going to likely help you with regards to this Two of Pentacles in your focus is this card. It is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is the card of deception, deceit, snake oil salesmen, and people who are wearing masks around you. This is what's coming up in your unexpected. This means that something will be revealed to you in the month of August that someone in your midst is not being as open and honest as they could be. You may see your boss or your company in a different light. You may see a coworker in a different light. You may all of a sudden think, wow, or I mean, for some of you, Aries, this is about the whole mask being torn off the matrix, to be honest. For those of you who are kind of just realizing that things are not always what they seem. And I know that for some of you, you're going, oh my gosh, we're going to have to get Marnie a tinfoil hat here. That's not what I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat right now. I'm saying that things are not always as they appear or as they seem. And this card coming up for you, Aries, for your unexpected in August, is telling me that there is a veil that is going to drop at some point in August for you, and you're going to go, how did I not see that before? And it is going to help you to make a really, really important decision. What is that going to bring? Because we have another card here for your unexpected intensity, right? When the veil falls, when the mask comes off, you are going to feel an intensity and you're going to feel that passion. This is bringing us full circle back around to you finding that passion and following it. And the best way to do that is with an intensity. Let's move into your final general overall outcome. I just want to confirm that that's where we're going. Oh, we might be pulling more cards from more than one deck. I've got two images coming out here. So, final general overall outcome for Aries. I just need to move my cursor here. I don't want this to screw up the recording. That would be bad. Final general overall outcome for Aries. And that one's on the floor. Yeah. Is that another pentacle? It is too. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a card that suggests that something is coming in. Now, I don't normally read what's on the cards, Aries. I've been working with the tarot for a very long time. But in this particular situation, I'm going to read one of the phrases that is on this card because it absolutely pertains 1000% to everything that I've already said in your reading about finding your passion, tapping into your intuition, and the fact that you are likely looking at making a major change with regards to your work or career situation. This card says, you may quit a job for a more lucrative one elsewhere. You may move to another locale for financial or work-related reasons, and you may experience other changes related to money, possessions, and career. I can't say it any better than that. I can't even paraphrase it any better than that. This is your final general overall outcome. It looks like some pretty big changes and shifts are going to be happening for you, specifically related to your career and money. Remember, in order to be able to find this balance as you go through these major shifts, you're going to want to tap deeply into your intuition and your dreams during the month of August. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Thank you.